The weather's not very nice today. It's really cold rain, it's trying to snow. But I've got a few things to repot, so it's nice and warm in the greenhouse, so I'm going to crack on. So I want to get my spruce bonsai repotted today. So this was grown from a seedling in this pot. So it needs to be potted onto its own nicer pot. You can see all the buds are starting to swell now. And it's just about to start growing. So I had 3 spruce seedlings. I'll show you the other 2 because I haven't touched them. So the 2 outside ones are my spruce seedlings. They're not really seedlings anymore. The middle one's a pine of some sort. So these 2 spruce are the same age as that other one, which I just showed you, that bonsai. So it goes to show the difference if you just let them grow. So this one's about 6 foot tall now. It would actually make quite a nice little Christmas tree. The other one's a bit shorter, but it's a bit bushier. So I'm in the greenhouse now, it's nice and warm in here. So these spruce, like I said, they were seedlings. They were salvaged. I only grabbed 3, there was loads of them. But they were getting cleared away. They were just going to get mulched by the hedge trimmer, so I salvaged 3 of them. I wish I grabbed more, but I'm sure there'll be more opportunities at some point to get some. They're commonly used for forestry wood around our area, so they spring up all over the place in the pine cones. If you wanted to, you can gather them and grow them from seed quite easily. But this was the same as the other 2, just a tree, just a seedling, and I pruned it. So I cut off a fair amount of branches and chopped the top, and you can see how that's regrown. That's only a year or so's growth. I did put some wire on it and just give these branches a little twists and stuff because they were quite long. Pruned them back, and all this has grown last year, all these long bits, so I'm not going to prune it at the moment. I'm just going to let it grow for now. I might remove the odd branch like that one there, but I just want to get it repotted or into its own nice pot today. Okay, so hopefully you've got a good angle. My greenhouse is a bit small. I've done the best I can anyway, so let's get this out of the pot. Oh, this bottom of the soil broke off, so I've slip potted this last year by the looks of it. And there's a bit of wire there, so I guess that's what I decided the front would be. So I'll get rid of that for now. The first thing I'm going to do is rake up all this soil, all the loose soil. Get all these weeds off the top. I'll just rake the soil away. It looks like I have slip potted it. And the roots have only just started going into the fresh stuff that I put in there. So I'll just chip away, get all the weeds off, get as much of this soil off as I can. So I'm just chipping away at the soil. See, the roots don't look particularly great. And this is planted in clay mud, So there's big chunks of clay there, so it probably didn't have much root, and I'll just put it in and salvage as much as I can. So today I've actually got to sort out the roots a bit. So I'll carry on trying to get rid of this soil that's on here. Right, so I'm getting down now. Most of the soil's off. So I'll carry on, and then I will give the roots a rinse so I can see more of what the roots are like. So we're basically bare rooted now. So I'm just trying to untangle the roots now. I'm going to trim them back considerably anyway, so the bottom bit I'm not too worried about. So there's a high root there which will be coming off. And it's not looking too bad. I've seen worse anyway, a lot worse. Yeah, there are some thick ones in here which will need to go. Big thick one there. Almost like a taproot has gone round. And there's a thick bulge at the side here, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. Looks like it curls around and goes underneath. And there's not too bad under there, so we've got plenty to work with. I'll give this a bit of a wash, I'll tidy up, and we'll make a start. Right, so I've just been and washed the roots. It's not looking too bad, there's certainly plenty there to work with. Some thick ones need to come off. And this high one. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to take off this high one up here. And this thick one here that comes down, I'll try and set that off underneath. Quite a big one that way. Untangle that here. And that one's come off. Okay, so I've got the roots down to that. It's not perfect, but it's the best I can do. I've removed about as much as I can. We've still got plenty left. All that's come off. So I'll put it back, I'll let it grow. I'll give it a little bit of a prune. There's a few bits which I need to tidy up. So I'll go find a pot and we'll get it potted up. So this is the pot I've chosen for it. This is another one of my homemade pots. Ideally I'd want something a bit bigger and a bit shallower, but I think I'm just going to put it in this pot for now. That should be okay. So I've cut a bit of the Hessian sack to put across the hole that's in the bottom of the pot. It should work quite well. And I'm going to start filling the pot up with my gritty soil. So it's just normal compost mixed with about half grit. So I'll fill that up, we'll get a little mound in the middle, and then we'll plant the tree. So I've more or less decided this is going to be the front because it's nice and clear of branches, except for that one. But we can change it in the future. So I've got the tree in there, spread the roots out so that they go around radially, and then I'll fill up with soil. Okay, so that's the tree planted. I think it looks quite good in that pot. I haven't really settled on the front yet. But it doesn't really matter. So I think for now I'm just going to work with that as the front, around there somewhere. I'm just going to do a little bit of pruning on it. So there's a new little branch coming out the back, which I'm going to get off. Because it's coming out the same spot as that one. There's a bit dangling down here. I'm going to take off. And another branch coming out here. And one here. This one at the front here as well. Just coming off. Just because it's coming out from there. There's another one at the back. And one pointing down there. Just take back the ends just a bit. Just to the next bud that I can see. Or at least to a decent bud. There's a bit of a long one at the back because I'm going to cut that. That one's alright for now. We'll see how it develops. And this back one's fine for now. I'll just cut this bit back a bit. Okay, so I'm going to leave the rest. And we'll see how the tree goes this year. The last thing I'll do is I'll give the tree a good water. Wash off any soil that's got on the trunk. And we'll let that soak in for a minute and then we'll water it again. And the last thing I will do is put a couple of rocks around the base just to hold it still while the roots recover. It also stops anything from digging in the pot to a certain extent. Okay, so that's my little spruce tree potted up and pruned, ready to go, ready to start growing for the year. So I think it looks nice in this pot. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm quite happy with it anyway. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you're all good. I'll see you on the next one.